Welcome back to ROG DreamLeague Season 8. We're live here from the Monster Energy DreamX Studios in Stockholm. And we are about ready for our second series of the day. I don't know what I was doing with that. We finished our cable, by the way. It's glorious.
It is great.
And we now have internet.
Yeah, we're back. You'll see no connection problems at all today.
Yep.
We've installed it ourselves. We've been running off of these Asus Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So thank you, ZenPad, for saving the production. You can see the cable on the floor.
No, you can't.
You can't see that.
Oh, you can. Well, you were supposed to plug that in.
Oh, damn. My bad.
Well, you've really ruined the illusion. Okay, that's not necessary, all right?
Wait, that's the plugged in side. They're good.
Yeah,
no,
On that side.
dummies, it is plugged in.
No, they plugged it in a computer.
Yes. There's certainly no illusions or
No.
any trickeries here.
No shenanigans. But we're here for Dota. We have just witnessed Vega lose. Yeah, 2 games in a row. It was pretty painful, but they have a chance to redeem themselves. They're going up against a tough opponent, though. They're going up against a Virtus.Pro, who are still considered to be the top dog in CAS. So it's an uphill battle for Vega, but I believe in them and they can do it. And yeah, I believe they can do it. But Will, do you believe they can do it?
No.
Wow. Okay. I'm out. I'm done.
What do you...
There's always a chance in
How
Dota,
confident
surely.
are you, Will?
How confident
that
am
they
I?
won't take a series off VP?
What do you... What if I'm wrong or whatever?
Show me your pinky.
You're gonna...
Just show me the pinky. The other one.
Europe.
How confident are you? If you lose this series, can I just take one little
What if
clip?
there's an earthshake now and you accidentally cut his pinky off?
You know me a lot.
What?
I sue you till you were so poor.
Sue me till I was poor for a gentleman's agreement
No,
live on air?
if like the ground
If you
shook
were-
or something and you cut my pinky off.
Who needs a pinky?
That's his way of living. He can make a case for
Yeah.
that. That's his job.
Would
He's
you
playing
rather
Dota.
lose a pinky toe or a pinky hand? Did you know that
Pinky toe.
evolutionarily, pinky toe is more important?
Pinky toe.
Because you won't be able to
Pinky
walk.
toe.
Yeah, balance. That's how you call it.
The hell you use your pinky?
The little toe.
What?
The-
I like it.
Just a cosmetic thing?
Actually, Pablo was playing Dota with 9 fingers, I
Yeah.
believe, and he's really good.
Pinkies are
that?
not necessary. They're only there for the
Ah.
grip function.
I know why you need your pinky, because you use legacy keys. Then you'll be finally
need 'em.
forced to play normal Dota like the rest of us.
True.
I need them. You just like do stuff like this. Like
To do stuff like what?
you just like hit the back of your... I do this all the time. This is like my nervous habit. I just like...
Well, we'll
Right,
get rid of your nervous habit for you.
That's right. Quickest way out.
What?
Chop it off.
Okay, but I'm so certain that...
What, Virtus.Pro? Or Vega?
You wanna? We can still do the hair bets.
We're not doing the hair bits. I want to wear your pinky around my neck in a necklace.
It's a pretty good bet, though, if you think about it.
No.
We could do it live on air. I'm sure somebody's got like scissors or something.
All right, I'll give you one clip.
Okay,
What?
I'm into that.
All right.
Dude.
I don't need that back.
What?
They think it's dangerous for you to just hold on to it.
To have tools? Normal human tools? All right, that's probably for the best.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so I get to clip a lock, like one handful.
Not anymore. They took my toy away.
Darn.
So now we get to do nothing.
Well, we still have the cable.
Yeah. What if I?
Yes. All right, guys. If VP lose, who's going to wrap this around? All right. Anyway, autoerotic officiation aside, who do you guys think is going to win this one?
We've been talking about that.
Yeah.
That was the entirety of the subject of why we were making these silly bets, Jake.
Okay. Well, I think they can take a game.
You're thinking it's
Off
going to
of
be
how
1-1?
they just played
Off of how they just played, you know, oh my God.
Oh,
against a
wow.
much better team.
Twitch that has an opinion on that.
I don't even know if that's low enough.
Come on,
Well,
dude.
Give them a little bit of cred,
Come on,
please.
dude. See if Vega can do it.
They just needed to warm up. There's always a chance in Dota. Dota? No?
The Dota you guys play, where I get mega creeped every game, and I gotta like command us into these 90-minute games.
Hey, we won that one. Well, not
Did
that
we?
one. No, we lost most of the games. It was a very sad day.
Well, suffice it to say, I don't think it's all doom and gloom. VP have been known to make mistakes in the past. Nobody's infallible, and some may say on paper they're a better team. But in actuality, anything can happen in the game of
Some
Dota.
may say on paper.
Especially in CAS Dota, Vega Squadron is a team that knows Virtus.Pro real well.
Exactly.
Yeah, that really helped them against Empire.
Yeah, you gotta give us a little bit.
He's being a downer, you know?
Yeah.
What do you guys? All right, guys. Every team in Dota is really good, and the games are all very close. Every game will be a 1-1. Everyone can win. Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I
It's
feel
a family
sad.
show.
Yeah, is it? Hopes and dreams, guys.
All right. So if like the smallest a chance that Vega has, if Vega is gonna do it, who are they gonna do it like on the back of?
A Vega?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to hear Slex's opinion on that first. Aside from G, who do you think has to make
There's so many good players.
impact?
You got
You
Afterlife.
just saw them play.
What are you
Okay.
talking about?
Afterlife. Yep.
You got Fogged. You got Miposhka.
Wrong.
It was once on Team Empire. There.
There.
What?
Fogged.
What were you gonna say? Oh,
What?
the real you.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
That's
Team.
that's Aloha Dance.
Vega.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
the real you is how Aloha Dance tags up.
Well, Aloha Dance, you know. Nobody better in this scene than him at a variety of different facets of Dota. Aloha. It means hello and goodbye. There he is.
He was known as one of the best blank position players.
Blink position players?
Do you guys know?
Blink
No. What
position? I
position
feel
he
like
used to play
Blink
before?
can be bought by a lot of different
Before
heroes.
he played carry, he was,
It was support.
yes.
It was the best Rubik.
He was so good.
The best.
It's like a CIS thing to like switch roles though. Remember Yoki
Yeah,
or Yoku?
Dude. that's not cool.
I used to work on a ranch. I could lasso you.
Yeah,
That's
but
true. You were telling your horse story the other
Yeah.
day.
I,
All right, VP. What do you? Okay, I think the VP, all 5 of them,
What?
amazing.
Wow.
I mean, that's you know,
Interesting.
Can we bring all 5 of them up? All right,
But
one
they-
by one. All right, there's
Ramses,
There's
the young
Ramses.
giant, you know, turned. There's no one.
one of the best mids. I know I say one of the, but I don't know the
The-
best mid.
He's
at
the only
moment.
man Sumail fears. Nine
We got
Pasha.
Nine Pasha, the cool, calm, and collected offlaner.
You got Lil, the captain with everything.
No, not the captain.
The emotional captain. And Solo, the classic man, the reformed genius.
The actual captain.
Yeah.
Although right
Physical
now it
captain.
is Ramses that has the crown next to his name.
They said it's because he just has ideas right now. They don't really care who's in the spot,
Okay.
so it doesn't really matter for them. Honestly, I only all in on VP so much because if they lose, I think it'd be hilarious.
It's nice.
That's that's really great of you. What a great attitude.
It's like you gotta put yourselves in win-wins.
True that. You know, we could probably tie this thing around the chair and have you spin really fast.
Yeah, just like whip it.
Yeah. That's how you make a fire. We can make a fire right here.
All right, we have a war room ready because the draft just started for the first game of the series. Owen, Fogged, help me.
Hello. Lich ban, Enchantress ban, Vano ban.
Same old, same old,
stuff.
same old.
Same old.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I can see your muscles moving. I don't have any. Oh, it's just fat. It's just call into action, fat cells. Go.
What last ban do you think he's thinking about here first, Vega?
Oh,
Been holding it for a bit.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what Vega's been playing so
I
much.
would say I could help you, but I really can't.
AA?
yes. Sorry.
AA?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe Nature's Prophet.
NP's okay too.
But Afterlife struggled pretty hard.
It
Yeah,
is
good
AA.
It is AA.
I got that.
William. See, I gave you
There's a
I gave you
Necro in
chance,
here
baby.
too that'd be good, but there's also Shaker. Vega liked. Maybe they would like.
No.
Maybe they like Brew.
They took everything. They took the cord away.
I got another one over here. I'll get you it.
Okay, go ahead. All right, so let's talk about these picks here. AA, Enchantress. Still the forbidden Enchantress. She's truly untouchable. We can't even see her in the damn drafts.
It is Shaker.
I still don't get it.
What?
They're so scared of Enchantress. We have yet to see Enchantress once.
We saw it once game.
That's why.
Did we see it one game?
We saw. Did we?
I don't believe so. Not at least not in this region. Such terror the
watched
deer has
Minnesota.
caused that it has not made it.
Was it banned in
into
China at all?
5 seconds remaining.
Don't think so.
I'm telling you, we are untouchable on that.
It's picked in like Europe hubs and stuff a lot, and I've been seeing like certain heroes just picked a lot.
And that's bad
in that factor.
And this bet.
I mean, why not?
Let's go, double batty.
Venom's banned, right? Yeah, Venom's.
We should have a name for that. That should be like the Batman and Robin, you know? Shiva. Oh,
10 seconds remaining.
But it's not yet a bet.
it could be. It could be the classic Batman and Robin Open.
Who's the Robin?
I mean, that's pretty clear. Who's the small child attached to the bat? And who's the giant gaping pectoral man? That's not Robin at all. Robin, what happened?
Solo.
I mean, it could be Robin.
It's Solo's favorite hero.
It is, yeah. It gets banned out commonly against VP.
Really?
That's a radiant. It's a radiant ogre too.
Yep.
Radiant
Well, what's
ogre's
better
so
about the
sweet.
Radiant Ogre?
Oh well, Owen.
Explain
Glad that you
to me,
asked.
let's. Yeah.
I got you on this one, buddy. Okay, so if you visualize how the Radiant and the Dire map looks like in your head, when you play the Radiant side, you have all of the space to work with against the Dire side. I mean, whereas like for Radiant, you hold this position that it's really hard to harass with. So when you get these heroes that can just like straight up right click you, especially for melee supports, it's a lot easier to do that when you're a Radiant support because you can come in from the top and you have space to work with before you get to the tower. Whereas if you think about trying to harass as a Dire support hero onto a Radiant, it's not as easy.
You gotta go all the way around, haven't you?
Yeah, and there's just
Right.
less space in general. Like once you get past that zone, you're already in tower range. Whereas the same doesn't exist for Dire.
Yeah, he can just. We'll move him to pretty much on top of the Dire hill. You stand like right in that
Yeah,
area.
and then you're chill.
And
But
just
you
stand
can't really
and
do
just
that
Don't care.
on the other side. So Radiant Ogre
5 seconds remaining.
The
is
beauty-
the thing.
Beauty about Ogre too is you just open up so much into your draft with that Bloodlust.
Yeah, they can do like their sniper thing that they do.
Yeah.
That was one of their favorite combos ever.
Sven gets banned out.
Sven banned out again.
Poor guy.
I mean, good for good. Nobody wants Sven hanging around.
Can Bane even man fight Ogre? No, right? He's getting handled.
It's okay.
It's one of the better
It's one
ones.
of the better ones.
Yeah.
But
People used to do the Undying response, but Bane's just a better hero in general.
but 5 position against 5 position is not really the concern here.
Yep.
It's 4 against 4.
Mhm.
Night Stalker Earthshaker's okay. They're both like annoying to each other. NS has better like
5
one-shot
seconds
pickoff
remaining.
potential, but Earthshaker obviously provides the better team fight.
Oh, and what'd I put Fury on? What'd I do with him?
Oh, did they
Oh,
ban
yeah.
NP? That's a really good ban considering
Yeah, it got banned.
the Sven got banned. So I
Nice.
think that was a pretty good call. Plus, if you have Shaker and Bane, generally you want to be able to roam, or if you're a Bane, you want to be able to just single target, like trade with the enemy offlaner. But Nature's Prophet takes that ability away because you don't want to be a Bane fighting Treants.
Yeah, Bane, in any situation where he has to defend against any kind of like mega creeps or anything, just worthless. Feel horrible with it. So, little units, not that great for him. Let's get rid of them. Hopefully we don't see a Brood Mother. That's the nightmare situation for a Bane.
VP bans the Necro themselves.
I would have thought that if NS wasn't picked, they would have taken Clock. I think Clock's really good against these two heroes. Maybe they can run it offlane, but
Well, we'll have to wait and see on that one. I don't know if they're going to get a clock now.
yeah,
Do Virtus.Pro still go for the clock?
that's what I meant. But
5 seconds
I'm not sure.
remaining.
I think it's a little bit wonky.
Lots of melee heroes. Lots of, yeah.
In terms of vision, there's not that much left with the AA already removed.
They insta big ban. Oh, the double buff.
They used to do this, didn't they?
They used to do this
They used to do this a lot.
all the time.
Yeah, one of the best teams with it as well, the Magnus plus melee core combo.
Yeah,
They're gonna make someone a superhero.
it crossed my mind actually, but because it was
Should put
their
that
favorite
here, my
combo
bad.
for a
Not
while.
off, innit?
But
Yeah.
I had read that Lil thought that it was kind of bad nowadays.
Didn't he just say that?
Yeah, due
Yeah.
to the fact that they felt like it was too slow of a hero. But maybe they're just like, well, might as well try it, see how it goes.
Guys,
What's up?
could this possibly be the Pubtacular PA? Is
Of
this?
course, could be.
This is going to be the one? The
Alright.
super crit PA?
If anything, I think it's a troll.
Yeah, that was the standard for last season at DreamLeague. Remember those days? Every day, troll with a Magnus buff.
Troll or jug.
It was troll versus
Why
Sven every game.
troll?
Yeah.
Troll with an ogre? He don't need no more attack speed.
The move speed's
Move
really
speed's
nice for him.
amazing. Yeah.
Because
Early
he gets
game,
kited
too.
so easily.
Yeah. Early game, like Bloodlust, is so good early. The first level of it's actually super powerful in the laning phase.
So what do you do against it? Because you just said it might be a little bit too slow. Is there something that Vega can abuse?
You just need a one position then that comes online a little bit faster, I think.
Such as?
Like we said, Troll's okay.
Yeah,
You
but
just
for
don't want.
Vega?
You just don't want to play like. Oh, for Vega.
Yeah.
Again, you mean against this Magnus?
Yeah.
I don't know. What the worst thing that you can possibly do is allow the Magnus to just repeatedly empower the one position hero, and the one position hero goes around the map like farming camps non-stop. Like that's the absolute worst case scenario, because then the value is a little bit too high. Your GPM's too high. So you need to literally run at this hero and take fights and force him to show up. Because the one thing that Mag doesn't want to do is take these like hectic fights that he can't really get inside of. He doesn't do a lot of damage independently.
Life
Oh,
stealer
Lord.
This
team is looking
Scary.
terrifying.
this is kind of cool though. They take the brew that from Empire that just played it, and brew here you can, when you split, you can actually purge off both of the buffs off of people with that wind panda. But
Hopefully you're raged.
hopefully you're raged.
10
Yeah,
seconds
exactly.
remaining.
Yeah,
Could get tough.
that's super hard now against the life stealer.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and life stealer is very good versus Bane and Shaker.
Oh,
The Bane, of course,
no.
you can get the Fiend's Grip, and there's not really the greatest things for VP to get the stop off, but in the big team fights, it's going to be really hard anyway to get that Fiend's Grip.
But you just want heroes that straight up run at you.
Yeah.
Like you just want to fight. You want to force this Magnus into a really weird position. I would like them to take some kind of ranged mid hero. I don't know what's good here.
Well, for VP.
No,
Oh, we
for
didn't
Vega.
grab that one,
Oh.
that's right.
for Vega. I just want them to like play a hero that can play the positional game against this Mag.
That's a ranged hero.
Yeah. So you generally just want something like that. And then for VP, they need. What do they need? They probably just want a decent matchup against the Viper, and they'll be okay.
What should go to against Viper?
You could take.
They could take Sniper.
They could take
Viper and Viper?
I know they did Clinks the other time.
Yeah.
Sniper. could
I'd be okay
pretty
with
good.
Sniper, Clinks.
5 seconds
Death Prophet would
remaining.
be okay as well.
Oh man, all those heroes would be a nightmare. Any kind of hero that's running around with a good silence against Brewmaster is just pretty rough. Having the Clinks initiations would tear him up.
Yeah. You just want a hero that can come up with to make up for the shortcomings of Magnus.
Sniper gets banned, and they take Pugna for
Pugna.
themselves.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so we said Sniper, Clinks, or
Sniper got banned, so yeah.
Yeah, Sniper bad.
yeah, so Clinks or
Death Prophet.
10
seconds
or
remaining.
I mean, there's got to be another hero that we're not thinking of.
Oh, and the Weaver got banned. You got to grab.
5
Oh,
seconds
they can go
remaining.
all melee and go Dragonite.
Dragonite. Sure.
It's been a while since I've seen no one Dragonite. But what do you do against a Viper? I mean, the normal one is like Razor to play against it, but
But you've got an Ogre helping you. It's a little bit different.
yeah, it's true.
What you really do, YOLO and just pick a PA.
That's what I'm saying, boy.
5 melee versus or a Shaker.
5
Let's
melee.
go.
Go.
I know.
Screw it.
Let's
Pub
do
life, real life.
it.
PA bumping up in that mid lane, throwing those daggers.
Would that be not a little bit of a bad mannered pick in a way?
Arc Warden,
Dragon
Ah, Shiver!
Got him.
Shiver.
God tier.
what a boss.
God tier call out.
This should be fun.
A lot of melee strength heroes. 5, in fact. Oh. Forget about Ogre because he's not really the
He doesn't really.
stereotypical-
No.
Come on, man. It's pretty much 5. It's pretty
He's
much
not really
5
clever
melee.
either.
Technically not, but
I gotta ask you to call it. Are you gonna
uh,
change your mind? Is this draft?
hell no. Stick with the guns.
Stick with the Virtus.Pro. What about you, Jay?
Yeah, this VP draft looks incredible, and their job is so easy too. They just have to exist. So
I think we're all going for.
I'm gonna go with Vega.
All right.
Just kidding. No, I'll stick with VP.
They already swapped. you,
Gotcha,
dude.
production.
All right, I'm gonna go for Virtus.Pro because. Do I need to say more? I don't think so.
Hey.
Hey, game number 1. It's on the way over to OD Pixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, and indeed it's been a tough day so far for Vega Squadron, and it could be about to get even tougher. Up against Virtus.Pro, arguably the strongest team at the moment in CIS, and one of the top teams in the world. Well, let's see how they do. They've got their draft. We've seen the drafts. Well, what are we thinking? Are you liking their chances here, or do you think this could get a bit messy?
It's hard to like really predict against VP. Like they've got Solo on one of his signature heroes. He's literally just gonna sit on the mid lane with that Dragon Knight and just make this Viper's life pretty miserable. And they should be able to do pretty decent versus him. I want to see if they do the adjustment and put the Pugna in, and it looks like they are. Okay. So Pugna has the mid items, and Zayat's just put a ward. Oh no, I thought I heard a ward place. My bad, never mind. It sounded like I heard it. I was like, oh god, did someone just place a ward?
It was this entry,
from
VP.
The courier looked a little weird on the side of Vega. It looked like a ward for a moment.
So what's this play from Pasha? He's gone straight up and he's hiding in the trees. So what's the plan here?
Oh, look at that. He looks like he wants to cut the creep wave.
Okay.
Pull it right away at the first moment so he makes sure he gets experience.
Could he get punished for this, or is it pretty safe to do as the Magnus?
Pretty safe. That being said, though, Bane is one of the best ones to deal with that because you just sleep him and the creeps the aggro and walk right by.
Yeah, let's see if he does get away with that. I mean, at the moment, we do still yet to see which sort of lanes Vega themselves are going to settle for.
He wants to just fix the quick creep equilibrium though, because as Radiant, you don't meet the lane as well as you do on Dire, so it can be tough to get that experience as Mag. And you don't want to just straight up jungle from the start. Like you can tell he's already putting Soul Ring. He'll probably still go to the jungle eventually as this Mag, but
let's see what he gets away with. Overseer. Rune-wise, no contest between the two sides. Grab their respective runes. Zayats, though. He's okay. He's going to come in and give no one a bit of a beating before he gets in for the mid lane block. And let's push up top. So is he? Yeah, Pasha.
Yeah, he's kind of
all right. Comes around, takes the creeps.
Lovely.
Not too much that low heart can do about that. Gets a couple of hits and that's it.
Solo doing what Solo does. And this is
people down.
You guys heard what Blitz was talking about it for the people who didn't. This is a lot easier on Radiant to do here because look at
this smoke though. Mid lane. Slayer smokes up and goes for the courier, and he gets it.
Nice.
Very nice little play there from the Shaker.
Yeah, they didn't see the Shaker or the Bane.
No.
Or they didn't see the Shaker for a while because they, Mag pulled the top wave. Okay. That's gives Vega a much nicer start. Their lineup on paper though, Vega does look quite strong, of course. Okay. They've got Shaker versus this massive melee lineup. Pugna as well, one of the better heroes versus all those mailers. Same thing with Brewmaster, but we were saying it's VP. It's a much different story when these guys are playing, just because of how confident they really are. Just going back to that summit recently where they just drafted different heroes at all times. Solo right now going toe-to-toe, but Slayer's in the position with the fissure.
Nice, Solo could be in trouble. He's going to try and get himself away. He's got a bit of beef, looking to fog Zayats, and it's going to be the case. He can't quite get through the final right clicks, but yeah, setting this as a sort of support focus towards the mid lane for Vega certainly seems to be a good decision in terms of securing this mid lane. I mean, no one's getting beat up pretty hard. It's stopping Solo from being able to harass G at all. And as we can see, CS is looking very hot. They come in as well, and in fact, no one taking a heavy amount of damage. He may have to just kill himself, or at least try to the neutrals, and he will do so. Does get the deny off, but still, this is 24 seconds. No one's out of the lane. Just, a lot of focus on the middle, and it is securing it here for Vega in the mid lane.
He's going to have a rough one, but this is a great lane adjustment from Vega that they did, putting that Pugna mid versus DK. It's a tough matchup until DK gets levels in that Dragon's Blood and Breathe Fire to spam out the wave. And Pasha then is left in a 1v1 versus a Venomancer, which isn't the most ideal for Mag, but at least he's not versus a tri-lane, so he's getting a great amount of experience and some good farm.
Yeah, again, MCCG some great use with this Decrepify, and just stopping no one getting the CS in this mid lane matchup. And this rune picked up by Zayats on the Bane. We'll see if he can do anything with it. Bottom lane, Afterlife, getting fairly low.
He's got a triple range creep though, pushing into the Brewmaster. That is very nice for him. He's gonna get a ton of experience, and the rotations are coming out from Vega too.
See what they can find here. Lil, level 2, very tanky. Zayats is going to open up with a couple of punches, but Lil should not be in any sort of danger at all, being that big old Night Stalker as he is. No one's starting to get a few CS. The Breathe Fire is now out of mana though, and overall G very much maintaining the lead here, doubling the CS. Zayat and Slayer looking to mirror the movements of Solo, head straight back towards the mid lane.
Pasha getting low, needing a bunch of hits, has to actually skewer away from that Viper.
Solo. See if they come out on this. They do have the Fisher. A little unfortunate with the block there though. Slayer doesn't get the right angle. Solo will be allowed to walk off.
Still so, yeah, he's just still so durable. 8 armor, and he even has a Fairy Fire on top.
Yeah.
So nighttime will probably be when we see Lil actually running around and trying to make some sort of plays, but I think bottom is their biggest setup to try to kill for this Brew. Ramsey's getting quite low bottom. Man fighting versus Brew, but he's actually gonna, oh my god, almost just dies.
Jeez, Ramsey's playing on the edge there.
He missed like 3 hits on the Drunken Brawler, and like, he wasn't even hazed, he had the rage on.
I was going to say, yeah, he felt that, yeah, removing that would be enough, but indeed there's just the actual evasion that the Brew has.
Lane's coming out heavily in favor so far for Vega, though.
Very, very nice showing at the start.
All 3 are looking pretty good. Brew, level 4 already. But now it is nighttime. Let's see if Lil's able to make anything happen.
He's coming over, looking to help Solo here with the Brawl. Still, 4 minutes into this CIS showdown, and no first blood. We're getting close to it here. Trying to get one another out of it. Lil is chasing. It's going pretty damn deep, though, for this. Has to be careful. Does fly his way back up to the high ground. Will be fished and blocked up for a little bit of time. But, yeah, quite surprising them. Coming up to 5 minutes. No one yet to fall. Only that early suicide from no one himself to the Ancients. Both very low on this bottom. This could be the wraparound to do it, though. Afterlife may have got a little too greedy. He's very, very low. Solo wrapping in as well with Lil. There will be TPs coming through. Do they have the damage to bring him down? That Fisher, is it going to be enough to hold them back? It doesn't matter. We'll tick down to the burn, and Solo will finally find the first blood here for Virtus.Pro.
They needed that. These lanes are pretty rough the way that they're set up. Instant D-ward coming out from Zayat, having that early lane Obs ward on that hill. Able to see when the Obs was placed by VP. VP now. They do have the Shrine active. Are they about to make a smoke play? I think they need to with this nighttime. Ramsey's in some trouble.
He is taking a severe beating.
They're going for, yeah, they're going for the big play on bottom.
Let's see what Ramsey's.
Ramsey's is not healthy though. He's got the mango, so he's got both spells, but
Zayat. Instant rage there from Ramses to make sure that Zayat doesn't get the control. Here's the wraparound. Lil and Solo looking straight for the Bane. Did take a few tower hits. Opening up with the Void. Fisher comes out though. Holds back Solo. Solo, can he get the range for the blast? He can't. Zayat will be able to walk this one off. Lil thinking about chasing, but the Fairy Fire's pop. Zayat as well actually finding a regen rune down the bottom. Looks like he's going to try and protect it for his bit. He doesn't need it as the chase is not happening upon him. And it's in fact Slayer the one being focused. Lil continuing to chase. Solo's there as well. Slayer may be the one to be left behind. He's got one more Fisher. He'll try and run, but already the Ignite's slowing him down. G, though, looking for the save with the Decrep, buying some time for Slayer, but finally the Breathe Fire comes out. No one makes the rotation. TP's to the tier 2, comes in for the kill and gets the glory. So yeah, second kill on the board here for Virtus.Pro. Pasha still finding us a decent amount from this top lane. Level 6 now online for that off lane, like this bottom lane. Afterlife being gone upon. Lil coming with the Void, trying to hold him down again. Slayer's there with the rotation. Fisher holds back the attempt from VP. And the Brew will be allowed to live another day.
Pasha with the instant TP out as the Viper Sting. Viper Strike comes in. Though now, this is cool about the Pugna versus DK matchup is, depending on who gets 6 first, which is more than likely going to be the Pugna, you're able to pressure the DK's tower, which is quite massive. Though walking up pretty far, but no one was more focused on filling his bottle.
Oh yeah, a little bit awkward. I wonder if maybe he could have gone for the stun.
Yeah.
I guess still very hard to play and kill this level 7 point, especially with this sort of focus around mid lane. Once again, Vega, they've got 3 heroes coming in. They're looking to open up Decrep into Fisher, into the blast. It's not enough to get the kill. It's a lot of damage though. Brings him down low. VP now with the response. Pasha skewers across, holding on to the RP, drops it down. It's only onto 1, but it's a big one. Gets the kill onto G. Slayer desperately looking for the tier 1 tower. He will get the final touch. Can VP punish him for it though? They're going to bloodlust no one, trying to chase him down, but Slayer, he may just be able to walk himself out of this one.
I can't believe
he just walks him past 3 of them, takes the tower, and he's going to be fine.
Yeah, and they take top tower now too.
Yeah. All right, I think they take that. RP down, sure they lost G, but they're getting objectives here, Vega Squadron.
Yeah. And now they're going to move the Viper, since he has no point in staying in the top lane. Pugna and Viper going to go down toward bottom. Pressure the Lifestealer even more than he already has been. Ramsey's eating a clap. He has to infest. Oh my goodness. But the range creeps. It's the range creep.
Oh no!
Now the Tower's going to kill it.
Oh, he's got to run! He's got to hide! The Viper strikes down though, and Ramsey's will almost certainly be slapped down by the big old brew, and he does get punished for that. Left alone, no TP coming in to help this boy. He's down. Vega Squadron, they found the tier 1 mid, tier 1 top. Pugna doing as he does. G comes down bottom. They look for another. We're 9 minutes in. All tier 1's gone off the map. Perfect timing here for this Pugna lineup.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Yeah,
fallen.
VP struggling for sure with that dual melee support lineup.
Yeah, they're really reliant on sort of the catch-up farm that this Lifestealer can get with the Empower. And of course, having that Blink Dagger on Pasha for the big jumps. They need that sort of initiation, which at the moment it's just the run at them strat, and it's not cutting it against Vega Squadron.
Dire's top tower is
This
under
is
attack.
VP's second time ever doing a 5 melee draft.
But that's what in the history, there's only been 61 games.
Where they had 5 melee, yeah.
That is a crazily low amount. If you imagine how many games there's been.
But who picks 5 melee, right? And
Like
does
that's like, how many games is that out of? How many recorded games must there be? There must be an insane number. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
61 times. That is. I mean, you'd think it would just slip through sometimes if, you know, captain's having a bit of an off day or not, you know, accidentally thinking. But hey.
MVP's done it 5 times.
They're the kind
5
of
of the
boys that would do it.
61.
Yeah, they're the kind of lads who could. They love to run at them. Well, there you go. Life comes in, grabs the rune, we'll be fine. Ooh, lower dance, has that Viper strike, so he needs to be a bit careful. G, nearly with the completed Vela Discord. There we go. Thanks for that, Nox. So they have past, what, 33,769 games. That's a lot of games of Dota 2.
Yeah, that's a very low percentage as all melee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
61
it's
out of
such a tiny
33,000.
amount of games.
Holy crap.
Yeah. What is the percent, Fog? Do the maths.
That's point 0.05?
0.5.
0.05?
It's something like that, isn't it?
Something like that. I don't know. I'm not using a calculator. That's a hard one to do.
It's a very low percentage.
Nox will get it for us, I'm sure. Ramsey's bottom, trying to get that farm. But yeah, like you mentioned, VP needs to just wait to catch up.
Oh, there we go, Nox.
0.1.
0.18. Wow.
I thought it was lower than that.
Look at that. And Knoxville did that all in his head as well.
Wow, Nox.
What a beautiful
That's why he's
competition.
the stats man.
He is.
So continuing that pressure from Vega, like I think they're recognizing as well the VP just needs to have that bloodlust and empower kick in for them to get that massive farm. Zayat's only level 4 though. No Fiend Script. Ramsey's.
Goodbye.
Just fine.
Bottom tower
Keeping up top play, trying to do this Pasha. Yeah, Nini has that blink. That really is what they're waiting for. If they have a blink dagger here, it would be beautiful. They don't have it. Solo's going to come in with the TP. He's got to be careful though. Needs backup because already Vega, they're thinking about fighting. They'll see the TP coming through from no one. In fact, it was a debate TP. He doesn't finish it. He holds back. Ramses is like, dude, I thought you were coming down here. He has to rage and TP out himself.
Oh, no,
Slayer.
now Solo.
Yeah, gets the Fisher block off onto the Ogre, and Solo is gone.
He wants the creep. No, I can't get the land. I can't even get the creep.
Feels bad.
But like, you can look at the way Lil's playing. I mean, it's daytime, of course, too, but he's just farming jungle with Empower and Bloodlust before.
They have to just avoid fights until they have this blink on mag.
Yeah. Blink mag, and hopefully the double armlets out on DK and Lifestealer, and then they can try to make plays around.
Yeah, that's a really good power peak. Then they can actually look to try and stop these pushes from Vega and catch them by it. It's all going to be a lot of weight, I feel, on the Pasha Blink Dagger reveal as well. How he hides it into something big. And we have it's purchased.
It's nighttime too.
And Lil leading the way. And it is just a Bane. And they'll settle for that. Oh, he's got the Shadow Amulet that gets skewered back and beaten down. One gone Slayer in the mid lane, eyeing up no one. They do have the ward on him, so VP well aware of this positioning of Vega Squadron's lineup.
They're starting to get the wraparound on them too, and it's only 4 heroes on the side of Vega. That being said, though, they are very strong with the Primal Split, but if they can get G right away before the fight starts, that could be absolutely massive for VP.
They could somehow disable or silence him. Beautiful start. They do
Solo,
have that Blink RP. Pasha, he's got a bit of a fair way to move. He's going to start heading over now.
This is
nice.
This is awkward. They're just making time, though. Got to buy space as best as possible for VP. Zayat's walking up pretty far here, Lil.
Oh, look at Nightmare. Pasha again. Very careful how he jumps. He'll go for the skewer. Immediately breaks the Fiend's grip, drags Zayat's back. Lil's still in trouble though. I say that now, he's still got the flap. Flies himself up to the high ground. Will keep himself safe. Solo just chasing G out of this whole fight, really. He's just been bullying this Pugner and making him run away from his friends.
Ramsey's got a lot of space there while they were doing all that shenanigans, but still, it's a bit of a concern. Yeah. 5,000 gold lead for Vega. Almost all the towers have been claimed. Just that top tier 2 remaining.
I wonder why, actually, I don't think, did Nox show us, like, what was the win rate of these all melee duels?
I don't think he said it.
He didn't say that. I can't imagine it would be high, would you?
MVP had a lot.
Sure, yeah.
Out of the 61 games, it might be higher than we think because of MVP, because that's when they were shining. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a bizarre one. Oh, Zayat looks like he actually gets isolated this time going on a warding expedition, and it gets brought down.
Money into Ramsey's pocket as well. He'll be a happy bunny.
Afterlife has Blink now on the brew at the same time. Well, not the same time, but relative same time as Pasha.
Lens down for the Pugner. So we can find here. Mid lane, Pasha. He's also got that invis. Still with the RP. Vega Squadron there, they're up to defend the top lane. Oh, G.
Silenced. They have to save the void so he can't TP, and he goes into the trees.
Pasha's still heading down.
Tough kill. Ramsey's, if he's able to close the gap and get the open wounds, then good, but yeah, they can't use the void on him. And Pasha invis, not able to find G.
G looking very rich at the moment.
Oh boy. Blink Dagger about to be finished on Earthshaker too, so 2 big blinks on Vega coming out.
It really could be the sort of wet dream here for a Shaker this game.
Yeah, 5 melee. Oh man, that could be, could be glorious.
Especially with the way that VP want to play as well, having the Magnus. They are wanting to jump in and be right on the front lines in the faces, beaten down.
Zayat getting stunned up here by no one. Do they have enough damage to bring him down? They do with this follow-up stun from Solo.
Afterlife. He's jumping in. He's looking at this. It's a hard kill ready to go for, of course, with that armlet being there.
Beautiful
comes
fissure
out,
block.
And with the Primal Split, no one's in trouble. They need help and they need it fast, but no one's not going to get it. They just have to let him be. That's the DK down.
Damn, Slayer. That was really nice. Are they going? Oh, they're going. I think they're going solo here too.
He can't get solo, surely. Oh, well, actually, no. Yeah, he's brought the Earth one in.
He's alone, though. That's a tanky ogre. Ramses gets a tower out of this, too.
They're looking to punish this, though. Look at these TPs coming in. Oh, Pasha's been spotted out. Well, that's a blink to dodge the right click. This tower getting pressured. Ramses will be able to punish Afterlife for attempting that dive on Solo. Was a little bit too crazy. Pasha hunting for more G. Ooh, with the TP not going to get caught out. Quickly out in the tree line.
It's pretty crazy how we're talking about how strong Vega's been doing. They're taking all the towers, but it's 73 kill score for VP.
This is true, yeah. The kills are favoring VP.
They're finding the opportunities to punish when the mistakes are made.
And again, there's that whole thing where you look at the fact that sure, Vega have the net worth advantage, but they've taken a couple more towers. This is, if we see VP take the 2 towers, then overall just the way that they've been playing hitting creeps, it's actually pretty even.
Look at Zayat's positioning here.
And he's got the intel. Oh, Zayat. Okay, Nightmare out to one Fiend script quickly onto the Night Stalker. It is just the 2 of them there in trouble.
Ramses gets the rage off.
He does indeed. Can he actually get out of this though? That's the question. He's trying to run, trying to hide. Pasha is there on the sidelines. Does have the RP. He's looking for the chance, but he can't find the blink. Will be held back there by the Bane. Keeps on moving forward. Now he's going to be turned towards. Pasha will go down, but his play does save Ramses. For now though, Vega continue to move in around the shrine. Ramses continue to escape. Yeah, no one.
Gets the stun after the life drain starts, but might still pay with his life.
Yeah, these constant decreps and controls from Slayer. Ramses was actually able to turn and bring down Afterlife on the Brute. In fact, Slayer's gone.
And Slayer's dead too.
Hey.
Tanky, no one.
They're getting kills now, VP. This is getting scary. Vega, for the lead that they once had, are now losing one after another with 2 down.
Goodness.
Look at this damage coming through. G trying to save Aloha with the live train, but it's not enough heal. That's the Viper gone as well. Ramses picking up some big kills.
And no one killed the mid tower during all that stuff that was going on top.
More now as well. Zayas tries to turn with the Nightmare, but Ramses, Lil, and Solo close in amongst him. And a 4th down And it's these sort of fights that are just hugely terrifying for Vega Squadron. They had this lead. That lead is pretty much knocked out of the park now. And Ramses is getting some real traction on this lifestealer.
Also, Vega's been doing a lot of 5-manning, right? So you look at the experience, and they're definitely going to be behind. And now it's a massive swing after that engagement, especially. And they still have RP. They didn't even have to use RP in a big team fight. That was just Vega getting kind of ran around and kited for a while until the backup came that was needed. And the missed Echo Slam there, that sleep, that wake-up sleep that the Lifestealer had top ends up saving his life. He kills a Brewmaster, and all over the place, other heroes of Vega end up dying. So big mistakes coming out.
And you get one of those benefits, actually, from the change to the Dragon Knight's done. You know, back when it would have been instant,
projectile.
You ain't getting that after he starts to cast the Life Drain, but...
I couldn't believe that happened,
gets it after
too.
he gets stunned, yeah.
Literally perfect. I mean, that's split-second kind of things.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so 5 melee strat, 52% win rate at the moment. That's
pretty good.
That's pretty good for a 5 melee strat, the fact that it's not negative.
Yeah. And now they have Ancient stacks, too, and no one with that level 2 Dragon form, of course, being able to farm that very quickly, and gonna have a full BKB.
19 minutes in. What a recovery as well.
Vega's lineup is heavily magic damage. It's just the Viper, and Viper's not really the greatest just straight up right clicker. He doesn't have any type of these steroids like the Magnus Empower or the Ogre Bloodlust.
No buffs. Here we have Vega trying to make a play with the smoke. Heading over, VP again all down bottom. There's a full SMY on Ramses as well. With that SMY and armlet, he's going to be very hard to take down. That's a lot of health.
I like the SNY build. Can't get kited as easily. Just super tanky. Definitely a great build up here. Just raw stats for that Empower and Bloodlust to kick in even harder.
Just moving with the Zelda Dragon form. Going for the tier 2 tower. Mill Zayat, he says, get out of here. Shadow Amulet, back off.
Usher in perfect position here on the side.
Really is. There we go. Skewers back one. They'll take the Bane, and in fact, the RP gets to the Echo Slam. Slayer comes in. They get the Magnus. No one turns with the Breathe Fire, but he's already been poisoned by the Ryu. A low R dance, chopping them down, spitting the spit. And, well, VP are knocked down, and that's one of the weaknesses of the 5 melee strats there. Oh, the BKB wasn't quite out either, was it? It was still on the courier for the DK.
Zayas just baited the hell out of them there.
Oh, he did. Look, come for the Jabate. And then, here we go. You ready for that Echo? The rage was out on Ramses, but the fact that, bam, suddenly no one trapped underneath the tower. They've got the full lockdown, allowing G to just drain the life out of no one.
They definitely, like, no one's probably pretty annoyed there, to be honest. Like, this is, Will touched on this a ton yesterday, is you crossing the line. Even though you see that Bane there, getting the jump there, it's like, oh, we get a free kill. Sure, the Viper starts TPing, and you're like, oh, we can RP him. But if they just patiently wait for Vega to kind of make that move, as long as they have vision of where the Earthshaker is, they can't get that instant jump on them, that instant disable. And the BKB was literally on the courier right next to him.
Yes, it was so close.
That's a painful one for VP, but good opportunity seized there by Vega, not even using the split there, just the Echo.
Just keeping it chill, dropping the Echo, knowing, yeah, that just the punch from the Viper is enough to take him down in that situation. They're the kind of fights and situations that Vega Squadron need to continue to abuse. Zayat's pushing in on the bottom as the backup of a low hard dance. Maelstrom will be the next.
They're going straight into Rush Pit with that medallion. They even use DK form, but like we said, they have those buffs from the Bloodlust as well as the Empower. It should be brought down quite easily.
They're going to TP over, but it should be too late. I don't think they're going to have a chance to look in. I mean, Zayas will head forward. Lil's already there, ready to start a fight, and in fact, they're going across. They do put the Primal Split. They want to get in the pit, but it's already down. Ramses picks up the Aegis. Now VP will just look to try and disengage, get out of there. Solo's going to be left behind. VP will leave him alone.
He's fine with that, and now Bruce Split was expended too. This is where VP can look to turn and go for a fight right after this.
Yeah, they'll get away past it. Not quite being caught out by the air Brewling.
I like how Lil, instead of going back to base or anything, Lil directly runs to the top lane to continue that push going.
Yeah. Midas now out actually for the Brew. And Vega, despite losing that Roshan, they are grouped up around the mid lane, but these high ground pushes are going to be very hard to pull off. Lots of things they have to be wary of. That Magnus RP can spell disaster, but again, as long as they keep Slayer on the back lines and ready with that Echo, they do have good potential to turn. The BKBs and the Rages are a huge issue, though, for this line that the Vega Squadron have. Yeah. Especially with sort of the damage build that Aloha Dance is going for. Going for that Maelstrom, it's, you know, this Lifestealer and DK aren't going to care too much about those magical procs at all.
No, he just wants it to be able to push the lanes out, though, and stay relevant, stay farmed, because that Viper's not a flash farmer by any means. I think Leo's probably going to finish up the Solar Crest, and then I think building the Aghanims next is the ideal choice. Just being able to always see where that Bane and Earthshaker are positioned in the fights will be very nice, and just the vision for the for the RP.
Ramses, of course, Diffusal Blade needed this game. There's that pesky Pugner. And the builder from Afterlife, interesting, going for the Blink Midas and then for the Radiance. Again, I guess
he knows that they have to
scale. Go late.
Yeah, I think he's like, I have to be like a right-clicking carry because we just don't have it when it gets to that point. Like it's only the Viper. VP grouping up. It is daytime for a good couple minutes. Just turned today, and they do have darkness in 30. But
this is Vega smoking. They need the perfect.
They need the instant.
They have to get that that instance before the BKBs and Rages get off.
I think Ramses can play pretty aggressively up, and they're kind of baiting Ramses with that Aegis.
Pasha on the side. Oh, Pasha could have something beautiful here. Oh, he jumps over the blink. Slayer will avoid it. He only gets the RP onto one. BKB popped by no one, moves forward, but the Fiend Script from the sideline. Zayas holds him in. Slayer, he's TPing over to the Shrine, trying to get a better position to jump in from. No one to fall. Yeah, Afterlife getting focused. They'll take down the Brew, but there's the slam. Slayer comes in, grabs two. Ramses getting brought down low, but he keeps himself alive with the Rage. Will back off. They've lost the Magnus. Solo and Lil trying to move in, but the damage from Aloha Dance is bursting them down. These magical procs from the Maelstrom, too much for these two supports. Lil trying to run, trying to hide in the tree line, but Afterlife, he's hot on the case. Lil, can he out-juke this one? He has been surrounded. He's stuck up on the high ground. Aloha Dance actually comes hunting on the low ground for him, forces himself up though, has the vision. They'll take down a third. Slowly but surely, again, Vega Squadron winning the fight. I gotta say, really, really nice play from Slayer there. You saw they just TPs out to the Shrine, gets on the better side of them, Echo Slam, bam, the fight turns around. This man on his Shaker, very, very smart plays.
He was under vision too. That's the best part. Is like they saw him there on the left, but that was such a smart
that
TP
blink
play.
at the start.
Yeah, the blink at the start, then
watch
he
the
TPs.
Shaker. Yeah.
And the full Fiend's Grip as well. It doesn't get cancelled.
And they're getting in from that other angle. He's back at the Shrine.
It's the buyback, though, that does it. Afterlife buys back, and you see right away, okay, amazing Echo Slam, but as soon as that buyback comes out, you see Ramses and no one are like, we need to just get the hell out of here. You see them just running. Even though Ramses has Aegis, he runs directly away because Pugna is just chilling in the trees, getting full duration life drains off. Just a hard position for them to take without better vision.
Impressive stuff, though, for Vega.
Rarely you see a fight kind of happen inside the tree lines like that.
Oh, we said Vega needed to turn it up after the showing against Empire earlier this afternoon, and they definitely are here in this series against VP, giving us some excellent showings in these team fights.
Slayer is really kicking ass on the Shaker.
What's now on Pugna?
That was a daytime fight, but it was, I believe, with darkness. So like the fight was actually in night. But
yes.
Yeah, the initial start of it was day. And now, yeah, Lil is going to be building toward that Aghanim Scepter, which would have been quite nice that last fight. Of course.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, it's not.
Trees.
He wouldn't be able to have it if he can straight up rush it, but Aegis expires. VP back to the farming. Now they have Blink on no one on top of him, looking to go for what looks like a Hurricane Pike on the DK.
Okay. I mean, I guess a lot of things to sort of, a lot of sort of slows and the fishes and such to force yourself away from. You're getting to grab, just getting, breaking that distance between yourself and the Pugner as well.
Zayas looking for no one there. He knows he's on the high ground, but
does no one he surely doesn't get debated by this.
Pasha's there. Who's gonna get debated here?
That's true. RP's back on.
They're backing up. Too risky, took that close to the base, but darkness falls off. It is now going to be real nighttime. Continuing to farm though. He's using these darknesses also just with Empower and with the Bloodlust to make sure that he does get that Aghanims at a pretty ideal timing. And he's farming pretty hard. Look at him catching up to Pasha and net worth very
Certainly
quickly.
hitting the creeps, yeah. Getting very good space.
Nightstalker is pretty intimidating with Bloodlust too. He's massive.
Vega were top, and they TP out right before VP start to head over. They're looking to join up. Maybe they could go for some sort of a smoke again. They themselves, you know, they have the ults. They're pretty strong. But the Edge is gone. They're ready to fight. Oh, they do find Solo here. It's not really the ideal target to go on. The Fisher actually does end up clipping onto Ramses, and what with the Viper Strike thrown down, they do get it. Solo gone. Not necessarily the biggest of kills, but gives them the numbers advantage if they're able to find any other bit of action, and they will start slowly charging down that middle lane.
VP won't let them do this though. They're pushing out the two side lanes quite heavily. And, okay, no one switches his build.
Oh, okay.
He's going for Linken's instead.
I guess that.
I was like, I'm like sitting there trying to think of a reason. I was like, all right, he wants to get the distance and stuff to be able to attack better in the fights, but top lane.
Oh, Zayas with the setup here. Buying time for the rest of the team to bots over. Fiend's grip down, and there is no one else around to help out Lil as he gets knocked down. Kind of painful as well. Yeah, about 950 gold, was very close to his next component of the axe. So every little time that they can sort of take away from that Night Stalker and his Aghanims is you know, more space for Vega to have a much easier time pulling off a successful team fight.
Great positioning by Zayat and great movement by him so far this game. Even though he's 0 and 5 on the Bane, his impact is so much higher than that. He's gotten full duration Fiend's grips majority of the times, and he understands the like pacing of the game, where VP loses their Ogre and they don't want to take fights or anything like that. They just want to push the two side lanes. So he sets up, finds that pick off. Pasha though, continuing that, just throwing in powers, keeping the Bloodlust in power. Look at them just playing directly around Ramses. Continuing to need more and more farm, but God, he cleared that double ancient stack so fast.
I'll take that.
Lots of money on Ramses. What do you think he's going to be going for next? He's sort of got all the, the easy, crucial, basic ones, but now it's a point where he can take different directions with that build.
MKB could be sweet.
Yeah.
To deal with the, you can just eat that brew alive, and eventually, like Viper wants to go for like evasions and stuff, maybe. So I think that would be the most ideal. But I think the more important thing for VP is they just want this Aghanims on Night Stalker to take the fights, because it's tough to play versus this big team fight that Vega does have with the Shaker Brew.
I mean, would he not want any sort of more control lockdown, like a Bloodthorn or an Abyssal Blade on this Lifestealer?
Oh. He killed him in like 3 swings. Maybe the Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn could be a definite option as well. I like the straight damage, though, from the MKB that does give. But yeah, I think either one would be fine.
Look at this, though. Vega are losing a couple of members outside of the base. Slayer. Oh, is he going to survive? Oh, he is. No one didn't have quite enough damage there. Sort of laid off with the last frag. Oh, no, he's jumping forward. He wants to finish off the kill. He's not going to find it, though. Slayer already back to base, so Slayer will survive that.
Investing inside the DK. Looking to get a quick, easy jump here. And
Aloha?
He's in trouble here. He's very far out.
He is in a lot of trouble on his front lines. They need help, and they need it now. The Rage and the BKB making it very hard for Vega to come in and stop it. Aloha does his BKB is going to do nothing. That is the Viper gone for 70 seconds. Can they need to try and find something in return, but Pash is there indeed with the RP onto both of them. They lose the Shaker. They're going to lose the Pugner as well. Vega Squadron with quite the slip up there in the middle lane. Afterlife, he's trying to run. Can they chase this one down? Gonna have Blink back up? No. He's needed. It's gonna be cancelled. They have the Void. They surround him. And just like that, Vega making a huge misplay there in the mid lane. Aloha Dance going out alone.
That was a freshly purchased BKB by the Viper, but you can't kite an SNY Lifestealer nor a level 18 Dragon form. That's slow, plus the SNY procs. He was not even moving when he was trying to run.
Again, yeah, coming out like this.
He's very alone though. And look at that, the double BKBs, and look how slow this Viper moves.
Nothing they can do to stop Ramses and no one.
Yeah, Pasha awaiting patiently on the side there, catches the double RP perfectly. Now they're able to put a good amount of damage on the bottom racks. They'll be able to grab at least the one melee racks.
Yeah, they're going to look for more.
They're going for more. There's no buyback on Viper.
They do have buybacks on the other two, but very short respawns. I mean, it's a question, do they expend them as much as they'd love to save them? I mean, they're just picking them apart now, Pasha. Skewer onto Zayats, they're not buying back, they're holding them, they're just going to accept the fact they've lost 2 rags. Slayer jumps in with the Echo, doesn't do a huge amount though to no one, they just turn, stun up the Viper, no one now BKBs, goes for the TP out, says we're done here boys, Solo says, yeah, I'll stay behind lads, just let them kill me.
Yeah, he knows.
But that's again a second Rax, everyone apart from Solo is out back to safety.
Do I open the graph, Owen?
The 9k gold lead is going to be, it's going to be
oh god,
nasty. Woo! It's pretty sharp increase there.
Yeah.
Inside of VP.
All it takes is one fight, and now they have. That was all without the Aghanim's Night Sock. It all just kind of naturally came to them, and now with this, the map control and team fight is going to be much easier for VP to take, and their items are really stacking up. Lincoln's on Dragon Knight, building toward the Silver Edge. Ramses actually picks up a full Eye of Scotty instead. He just wanted stats.
Okay.
I thought he'd want some. I guess they don't really need the damage with the with the Bloodlust and anything. He just wants more stats for the Empower to benefit him more. That makes
true.
sense.
Yeah, get that. Yeah.
And how do they run away now at all? And
I don't mean, how do they kill him now as well?
They saw the blast.
Oh,
Blinks the wrong way.
He's got to hide still though. Well, he's always been silent, so they found him anyway. Lil comes in across the tree line. No one opens up straight away onto Aloha Dance. He's trying to force himself away. Fisher's going to do nothing with the rage out on Ramses, and Aloha Dance is down again. 77 seconds, no Viper, and they may lose more. They'll pop Primal Split. They're trying to turn and fight this Slayer. He does not have Echo Slam available. Jumping from Pasha, gets the skewer onto G. Pugner in trouble. Second man down on Vega Squadron. Zayats, he can't escape from this one either. And again, VP just picking Vega apart piece by piece. Force forward on Pasha. They've got the control. They've got an RP if they need it. They'll lay it down, make sure that they can beat into this brew. No amount of draining will save Afterlife.
And G, he's gonna go down.
He's brought back into this one. He does decrepify himself, but the diffusal blaze there. G gets stunned up. That's a dieback on the Pugner. Triple kill for Ramses.
You could call that a G. Huh. Sorry, that was awful. That was so awful.
It's
game over though.
Oh man, this took such a sharp turn downhill for Vega Squadron. It looked hopeful for them at the beginning, but as soon as these mid-game fights started to occur and VP had
they're all standing together. They're giving Slayer the echo. He's running in for the 5-man.
Oh my goodness, the ultimate BM 5 melee in front of this poor Shaker.
Oh man.
Oh, that is disgustingly beautiful. And VP, I wouldn't have it any other way from them. You gotta love that character.
That was pretty funny. They were like, let him 5-man echo us. But
just rubbing salt into the wounds. We played 5 melee against your Shaker and we still won. VP with the victory there.
They just needed to buy time for this game to take it to later stages, because Vega does have a lineup that does stop scaling at one point, especially if the Brewmaster isn't farming quite heavily. And even though they claim all these towers, it wasn't like they had some like massive lead, like some 8k, 10k lead. No. VP also gets a Roche when they're at a little bit of like an even kind of board, and yeah, from then they just farm the map and take a perfect fight when they catch that Viper.
Yeah, really, yeah, that's sort of just late game, just that misstep, that misplace, that misread of the map. Then it's all downhill. So hard for them to recover off the back of that. And Jet, the 5 melee strap, 61 games in professional Dota history, and it's just got itself another win under the belt, keeping solidly above that 50% win rate.
Yep.
The 5 melee, so something that we may see more teams touch upon if they want some fun, even against a Shaker, as we saw there with the VP taunt at the end. Beautiful stuff. We've got one more game coming up today, as it is, of course, game 2 between these two CIS giants, VP versus Vega Squadron, right around the corner. Don't go anywhere. We'll have a short advert break, and then we'll be right back with you with some more Dota.